Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Panoramic ViewPoints podcast. My name is Jericho.
And this is Eli.
And in this podcast, pretty much I started off with talking about morning routines and how I listened to the Bible on the way and how it was kind of getting a little monotone for me. And so I kind of switched it up to like a audio drama kind of Bible kind of thing and
all that good stuff.
And then
which includes coffee, that's the transition to the coffee and its addicting properties.
Yes, definitely.
Yep.
And how Eli kind of throws in a funny story of a coffee story or whatever.
Yes,
and,
a good coffee story.
And then we kind of go into a little bit of like eating habits or whatever. And then, just kind of into the broader subject of overall health.
And sleep and all stress at the end and all that good stuff.
All that good stuff, it's all coming up for you guys here.
In this next half hour?
Half an hour, man. We finally hit the half an hour mark. We haven't really been able to do that just yet. So
yeah, cool.
Yeah, cool. So, enjoy the podcast and cue the music. So, on my way to work every morning, right?
Yes.
Starting this off with kind of the work-related...
work-related story.
It's not really a story, though. It's just kind of like my morning routine,
right?
I guess. My brother and I both decided to start listening to the Bible, pretty much, right? And I'm not really much of a reader, and so I feel like...
Either.
Yeah, for sure. The one book that I should read is the Bible.
Right, of course.
Which I feel is kind of necessary. But then my brother's like, I think I'm just going to start listening to the Bible, because there's this guy, that...
Smarter.
Yeah,
for
sure. Yeah, and my goal is to eventually get through the whole Bible, which I haven't done yet. But the issue that I was running into was the guy that was reading it, he was like, Proverbs 7:19, and he was just very monotone, and I found that
asleep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm driving, and so it's I probably shouldn't be falling asleep while I'm driving, kind of thing.
Probably not. No.
It was more just so my mind was wandering, and so I was like, it's too bad that there wasn't a way that I could
read it while you're driving.
Yeah, and so what I do is I drive, and then I kind of look at my phone for a second, and it works really well. No, I found this audio drama Bible, on Audible, and it's called The Word of Promise. And do you know Jim Caviezel, the guy who played Jesus Christ in Passion of the Christ? Yep. He voices Jesus in this audio Bible.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a movie, but in audio form. And it is so freaking good.
Is it the full Bible?
It's the full Bible. Yeah.
Huh.
And so, do you know the guy who plays Gimli?
Yeah.
John Rhys Davies?
Yeah.
He voices Saul. And so they have a whole crap load of actors in it and stuff. And so I found that my morning commute has just been kind of spruced up just because of that. So
a little more interesting.
A little bit more interesting. Yeah. So
usually when I'm driving, Jeremiah got me into the Mind Pump podcast.
Oh yes. Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard about it. So
I have heard about it, yeah.
Usually when I'm driving I listen to Mind Pump.
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point I'll get a couple other podcasts in there.
Yep.
I'm quite a fan of podcasts.
Right.
So that's usually what I listen to. But yeah, like you said, usually when I'm reading and stuff like that, my mind tends to wander.
Right. For me, I like to imagine stuff. I like to create stories in my head, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And you'd think that I would like reading, because I'd be able to imagine the characters, what they look like, the surroundings, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know why. It just... When I read, it's just words, and I don't know what it is.
I think it just comes back to the patience thing for me.
Maybe,
especially starting a book is probably one of the least favorite things I like to do.
Really?
Well, just because it's a lot of introduction and I'm just not there.
You want to get to the meaty
Yeah, pretty
stuff.
much. And I'm terrible with names as it is and stuff like that. So once I get to chapter 2 and they're just referring to them as names, I'm like, I don't remember who you are.
Yeah. But, that guy. Yeah.
Speaking of morning routines, since they shut down school, I've been pretty
lax.
Pretty lax.
Yeah.
Yeah. My routine has been confuzzled. Is that a word?
Confuzzled? Is that sure. We'll make it a word. Is
that the right word?
Official on the Panoramic ViewPoints podcast.
Confuzzled is a word.
Genuine Panoramic ViewPoints podcast word.
I almost gotta look up, see that. While I'm talking, I'm gonna look it up on my laptop, see if it's a word. No, but usually, see what happens is I have school in the morning, right? So I'll wake up early, go to the gym, go to school, come home, get ready for work, and then, like that, right? So, by the way, confuzzled is a combination between confused and puzzled.
So it is an actual word?
Yes.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, so now, because usually I need a set routine, or else I get lazy, or I tend to procrastinate a lot.
Right.
So, but now that, like, I can't do that anymore, I need to, like, start making a different routine for me, because or else I'll just wake up and I'll be, like, laying in bed for
You need,
like
2 hours. A quarantine routine.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So, still, it's kind of a work in progress right now, but, yeah, I like to plan stuff, like, a week ahead in time too, and usually it's stuff like that,
which is good.
That I have everything that I need to do in the week, which usually most of it doesn't get done anyway, but
okay, so my morning routine typically consists, because I work in construction, right? So typically I know a lot of people, like, they'll wake up like an hour or an hour and a half before they have to go to work. They'll eat breakfast or cereal, whatever like that. Me,
do you eat breakfast?
Yes and no.
You're gonna say it, okay.
Yes. I wake up probably about 25 minutes before I have to get in the car and be leaving. Okay. And so I pretty much within that span of time go and have like my shake or whatever. I have like a morning like protein shake, right? That I have, and which has a lot of like L-glutamine and greens and fruits and stuff like that in it, right? And then I'll brush my teeth and then I'm out the door. So, that is typically my morning routine. And then when it's about a half an hour drive, so then that's when I listen to the Bible. So
do you just do that so that when you wake up, you can just, like, you know you have to get out of bed, or...
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I have to leave.
I'm the type of person that isn't a morning person. I am what would it be? Genetically a night owl, I guess, in a way. And so, if that's even a thing... but I typically like to stay up late. Yeah. And so me getting up early is just really hard.
So do you try to, like, do you try to squeeze as much sleep as you can in, or do you wake up that late so that it's easier for you to get out of bed because you know you have to go to work?
The first one.
The first one? Yeah.
I need a ridiculous amount of sleep. It's almost frustrating. Like, if I don't get, like, at least 8 hours, but if not 8.5, I'm like a zombie, tired, cranky. Like, it's really bad.
Yeah, because you don't drink coffee, and that's the problem.
I do drink caffeine though, in the form of like a 5-hour energy or whatever. Yeah. So boring. I know. Yeah. I've never been able to get into coffee. I don't know why. It's just
the way I did it. Yeah. So I started off when I went to Starbucks. I got iced teas. Yep. And then I got chai lattes. Yeah. And then a few people, mainly my mom and Jeremiah and Brad, got me into transitioning into the coffee phase. Right. So I started off with mochas, right?
Okay, like hot chocolate.
Those are like coffee. Sweet coffees.
Right, yeah.
It's like, so it's like chocolate and coffee. And then from there I just went like less diluted. Right. Until I just got to straight black coffee. So I got like less sweet and less sweet in it. Yeah. So that's how I kind of got used to coffee. And it wasn't a quick process.
No, for sure. So why did you want to get into coffee?
Well, I mean, it's great to be high on caffeine. Yeah. I currently am. Yeah. Always. But I don't know, actually. I think, the first time I drank it, I was like, holy crap, like, I'm so buzzed. Right. And yeah, that coffee was probably like a tenth of the caffeine that I drink now, but
you need more to kind of get that same buzz or whatever.
Yeah, you know? Pretty much.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, I'll drink way more than I used to just to get to
where you were at.
A normal state.
Doesn't that suck? When you first try something, it's like, oh, this is amazing, blah, blah, blah. And then just the more you do it, it's like you have to get more. But that's honestly what an addiction is, to be honest.
Yup.
Yeah. Would you classify your coffee drinking as an addiction?
Yes.
Yes? Yeah.
I would. Yep.
So if you don't get your coffee, you're kind of grumpy kind of thing. Actually, no. If you don't get your food.
I am hungry, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Where you at?
Jeremiah's coming to pick us up in like half an hour, so.
For Mucho Burrito.
For Mucho Burrito.
He's not picking us up, Mucho Burrito.
No.
He's picking
us up
for Mucho Burrito.
To bring us too much of
So basically, Jeremiah, our cousin, texts Jericho, right?
Yes.
And he's like, I'm gonna pick you up, Mucho Burrito. Is that what he said?
Yes.
And so I was like, because he's gonna be coming over pretty soon here.
I'll read you exactly what he said. Sorry, give me 1 second. He's like, what are you doing for supper? Want to get Mucho Burrito or something? And I was like, yeah, sure. And he's like, all right, I'll let you know when I'm on the way to Spruce and I can pick you up. And so I thought he meant like, I can pick you up Mucho Burrito.
You just weren't reading it.
I for some reason thought he didn't finish the sentence, but then that's what he meant was picking up Mucho Burrito.
So basically I'm like, dude, tell him to pick me up some Mucho Burrito too.
Yeah.
I'm freaking hungry. And so what happened after that?
So I asked him, I'll just read it. Yeah. So I asked him, I was like, Eli asked for Mucho Burrito as well. He's like, no, I meant I'd pick you up to go get it. He's like, I can pick you both up now if you want. And I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so anyway, we're sitting and waiting. But anyway.
Back
to the coffee because I'm done.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of interrupted you there.
Oh, no, it's all good. Yeah, so food is a big one too, but that's a big one for everybody.
Right.
I know, when we went snowboarding that one time.
Yes. Yeah, I know the story you can tell.
This wasn't the last time we went snowboarding, but the time before.
Yeah.
And basically what happened was we were leaving Saturday morning for a day trip to Jasper. And so on the Thursday, Starbucks had a buy one, get one free.
Yeah.
So I got 2 coffees.
Yeah.
And they're huge. Like, they're like 750 milliliters.
Right. Would that be the Grande or whatever it's
Trenta.
The Trenta.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like not even on the menu.
I always go to Starbucks. I'm like, I'll get a large. They're like, oh, you mean the Grande or the Trenta?
Yeah. Well, Trenta's not even on the menu. It's like a step above the Venti. So.
Wow.
I know, pretty awesome, eh?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's usually gives me my good fix. So.
Yeah.
I drank one Friday morning.
Yeah.
And then the Saturday one I put in the fridge.
Right.
So anyway, we wake up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And we got a rental van so that we were able to haul all our gear.
Yeah.
And so I basically, I was sitting in the back seat because your mom was coming too.
Right. Yes, for sure.
So the side compartments for the drinks in the back seat of every car is terrible.
Yeah.
But anyway, I put it in that and the back seats, so I was in the middle seat, right? And then the back seats were down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, we gotta get those up because Jameson's gonna be sitting back there. And my dad's like, oh no, just leave it. And I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna fix it.
And FYI, you haven't drank a single sip of your coffee yet.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. And so I go and reach back to lift the seat up.
Yes.
And I'm like, frick, I can't reach it. So I do one of those like where you stretch out and you like stretch your leg backwards at the same time. And I like kicked the coffee completely over upside, and it was completely upside down. Like it's not like it was sideways and there was still some left.
Yeah.
It like when I looked at it, it was like standing upside down. And so it's just all into the carpet.
Yeah.
And
this was like at like 5 o'clock or
in the morning. If there's any time I needed coffee, like I got a coffee at 1 p.m. today. Like I don't need that really.
No.
But at 5 a.m. like I need that for sure. So
for sure. Just to function.
I know. So I literally did not say a word the whole drive to your place.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was so mad.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you want to classify my coffee drinking as an addiction, then yeah, I'd say it is.
For sure. I think it kind of is for most people, to be honest. Like
Oh yeah. So
yeah.
But you probably noticed how grumpy I was.
No, you totally were. Yeah, for sure.
But then your mom came in clutch because she had some caffeine shots.
She had the what I drink, the 5-hour energy.
So I was like, I'll take one of those until Starbucks can open. But anyway, it's kind of I guess you wouldn't have experienced this before, but it's pretty much like the amount of coffee you drink every day is your like mean caffeine level. Yeah. And then so my cold brew is like 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I drink more than that, then I'm hyper.
Oh, okay.
If I drink that, then I'm in a normal state. Right. Usually. Yeah. And if I drink below that, I'm still tired.
Oh, okay.
So and then usually if you drink below that, you get headaches. Right. You get irritable stuff like that. Right. So usually when I try to wean off of caffeine, I get smaller cups.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And just go lower and lower, but I don't think there'll be a point where I go to 0.
Right. Are you trying to kind of cut back a bit, or what's that?
Nope.
No. Well, in a way, if it's something that you enjoy, too much of anything is bad, right? Like too much water is bad. Yeah. Right. And so I feel like people always use that as an example, but but it's true, and it's, I don't know, like if you enjoy it, why not just keep drinking?
The way I think of it is that like I could be addicted to other stuff. So
exactly. Yeah. No,
I think true. It's and it's not because I get coconut milk in mine usually, but sometimes I'll drink it black, and it's not like it's bad for me. Yeah. Like coffee has some antioxidant properties and stuff like that too. Right. So, as long as my heart doesn't explode, then I think I should be okay.
It's funny. I used to work with this guy, and this was like a big guy. He was like 6'7", 6'8", something like that. Big guy, probably 240, 250, something like that. And he would do what this was called as a heart attack. That's what they called it. Boy. He was a bouncer at a club, and he would take one of those Monster energy drinks, like the big ones, like the 1 liter ones, right? He would. Okay. What they would do is they would call it the heart attack shot or something like that, and they would pour a full 5-hour energy into this monster, this 1 liter monster, and they would down the entire thing. Holy. And he said that after he took that, he would just be like pacing back and forth, just being like, somebody do anything. And I will rip your head off kind of thing, right?
That's crazy.
I'm surprised that he didn't freaking die because of that, what they call it, the heart attack, I suppose, right? So but yeah.
No, that's wild.
Anyway, when you were younger, you're probably were you like more of like a sweet tooth, and then you kind of have grown out of that a bit? Like, where would you say you are now compared to when you were younger?
I was a very picky eater when I was younger.
Oh, okay.
So I pretty much stuck to a very small. It was like pizza. Chicken fingers. Gotta love the chicken fingers. Throw some like tacos in there. Maybe a couple of my mom's recipes, burgers. That was it. Like I never ventured off into that, into other realms.
Of eating.
And there's a lot of foods that I didn't like, and then as far as like the candy side, I liked Skittles when I was like really young, and then I kind of transitioned into chocolate.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So once I realized that I didn't have a peanut allergy anymore, I ate a lot of Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh, those are freaking amazing. Especially the M&M ones. Those are good.
The M&M ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that and chips. Which now I'm like, I can do without like the chocolate, but chips is a tough one for me. And now I pretty much can eat anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess the reason I ask is because I remember when you were younger, you would like that fudge that freaking Auntie Patty made. Yes. You would down that. Like you loved that fudge. But now I'll give you like a Perrier or something, and you won't require like any sweetener in it or anything. It's like your palate's a lot less sweet tooth than it used to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I used to drink a lot of pop, and now I don't even like it.
No way.
Anymore. Yeah, it's got to be bitter. It's got to be water or coffee pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, after a while if I'm eating sweets, I kind of get to a point where I'm just like I feel like an insulin overdose is taking over.
Right. No, for sure. Yeah.
So I can't eat as many sweets as I can, like chips or something like that. But yeah, I remember Auntie Patty would be like hiding the fudge from me. Which is a legit story.
Really?
Hid it in the cabinet.
Yeah.
Thought I couldn't reach it, and I did.
And you did? Yeah. No way. Yeah. So I remember you. I don't know if you know this, but you would like. We caught you one time, and you were like looking around the corner at your dad, and you'd eat a piece of fudge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be a big child.
Yes.
I know you ate a lot of Skittles. As far as
it was bad. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. I've always had a struggle with a sweet tooth as well. I'm a lot better than I used to be. My brother and mom are keto now.
Yes.
And so what a lot of people on keto use is stevia.
Yeah.
And so I don't do keto, but I try to replace everything with stevia, which they have a lot of good substitutes now.
Right.
Like they have this thing called Smart Sweets, not a sponsor, but they're amazing, and they taste just like real candy, and they only have like 3 grams of sugar through the whole bag.
Yeah.
And so pretty well I've replaced it, and I feel so much better.
Yeah, and it's kind of tough for you because like for me, if I eat bad, I notice it when I look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't really gain any weight or anything when you
I have issues of a different kind. I struggle with psoriasis, and so if I eat too much sugar, then that becomes really prominent on me. So
yeah, usually for me it's like I'll get cankers in my mouth.
Oh shoot.
So I kind of get inflamed, which sugar is inflammatory.
Right.
And I'll get swollen glands.
Right. I do too.
And then I gain weight.
No, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why that is. Some people like almost get skinnier if they're unhealthy, and some people get fat when they're unhealthy. It's really weird how the body works like that. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Well, some people can get like skinny fat where fat just doesn't like accumulate on the stomach.
Yeah.
But it like kind of hides.
Right.
In a sense. Yeah. So there's something like that, and it's kind of weird.
It is weird.
But I mean, on one end of the spectrum, I'm like, I have to eat good in order to look healthy.
Yeah.
And on the other end of the spectrum, it kind of reminds me when I should be like improving my eating choices.
Right.
If I like see a difference on the scale or stuff like that.
Is it more about feeling better or how you look, do you think? Or kind of a combination of both?
I think they complement each other.
Okay. Yeah.
Like when you look good, you feel better.
For sure. That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're definitely more confident
in yourself.
When you're with the flat stomach compared to the round one.
The round one.
Yup.
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah.
I mean, you feel better too.
Oh, you totally feel better. Way more energy.
I find you sleep better too.
So, what do you think affects the body more? Eating unhealthy or like disrupting your sleep schedule?
I would say probably disrupting the sleep schedule.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because, and the reason why is you tend to be less active.
Yes.
When your sleep schedule is off because you're lazy, you don't feel like doing anything. And then also, it releases, I forget the name of the hormone, but I think it like inhibits hormone that suppresses your appetite or controls your appetite. So usually if you have bad sleep schedule, you tend to eat more and snack more. You tend to crave more
bad things and stuff like that, right? Yeah, for sure.
I don't know where your stance is on that. But.
Yeah, definitely. It would be the sleep schedule for sure. I know my brother and I were actually just talking about this the other day, and we used to live out on a farm.
Yeah.
Like a long time ago, like 10 years ago. And for some reason, we didn't really understand what sleep did to you and how how much of a necessity it is.
Yes.
And my brother said that we would, stay up till like, 2 or 4 o'clock in the morning, right? And then we'd wake up at like 12 the next day, and we felt like absolute crap. And we never really understood why. And, and my brother would say like, I wake up or whatever, and I'd like go out, and I could like barely make it to like the living room couch because I just like my head was pounding. And and this is when he was like a teenager, and that's like you shouldn't be feeling like that crappy or whatever, right? So but then once we started working and got our jobs and stuff, we had to wake up early. We had to create a sleep schedule, and it was just amazing. I'm like, oh wow, I actually feel so much better now.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, it's amazing. Sleep is just
well, I've definitely gone through that with like, because I've got my routine disrupted, and I'm not waking up to an alarm anymore, waking up at the same time, stuff like that. So it's kind of a little bit all over the place. So I'm kind of going through that right now because I don't. Things about sleep are starting to come out more, and they're saying that maybe as far as like living a healthy lifestyle, it used to be diet, exercise, sleep.
Yes,
were the top 3.
Yeah,
and now they're saying that it might be diet, sleep, and then exercise.
No way.
So
honestly, I would say it was sleep, diet, exercise. To be honest, like I think sleep's the most important by far. Yeah.
I mean, like I was saying earlier, sleep does like have an impact on your diet too, right? So obviously. Food is very rewarding.
Yes.
Kind of thing. So if you're feeling kind of off or down, you want to like reward yourself with food. Right. To make yourself feel better. Mm-hmm. So. I
wonder if that's instincts to reward yourself for doing.
Stuff.
Stuff, like doing hard work or something, and then you kind of want to reward yourself.
Yeah. Well, it is good to. I mean, it does feel good to recognize things that you do and stuff like that. Yeah. So I would say so, yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
Sure. I think it's healthy. I know, like, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he'll eat healthy, like, all week or whatever, and then on Saturday, he'll have, like, a cheat day kind of thing, and he'll have, like, freaking, like, a foot-tall pancake or plate or whatever and stuff, so.
I think for me, it's, like, I don't necessarily have cheat days, but I kind of do the kind of cheat day thing when I'm like I don't have like a set day for it, but it's like if I go out to eat with somebody or friends or something, then I'll be like, hey, well then
I can have this cheat
whatever
meal
and then
or whatever
but if I'm making like food decisions for myself, then that's when I usually tend to
for sure
make better decisions. But I another thing about it too is that you kind of just the less you stress about it, the more healthy of a lifestyle you're going to live too, because worrying about what you're eating all the time is just another stress on your body, right?
That's true. And that's a good point.
Stress, it obviously we know is detrimental to your health. Yeah. So
I agree.
Yeah, usually for me, I just try to live with like the least amount of stresses as possible. But speaking of stresses, getting bad sleep is also a stress on the body. So
yeah, I can tell you're hungry right now because you keep looking at your watch.
No. Also stress on the body is my stomach is empty.
He is probably the funniest person when it comes to something like this. Like, you could always tell when he's hungry because he just gets...
I get restless.
Very restless, yeah. And I notice a little monotone too. Yeah.
I'm just like, oh man.
Yeah. Is that why you're looking at your watch? Is because you were looking at the time or?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's most likely it. Yeah. What, you're not hungry right now?
I had wings or whatever
2
hours ago, and you've been here for like 3 hours I think now, so I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, all I had was like a little plate of spaghetti.
Yeah,
because I've pretty much just been waiting by the door for my laptop to come all morning. So, for anyone that doesn't know, I just purchased a laptop for university. So,
yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking it so far.
Yeah.
So,
hopefully, can do some amazing stuff on it. That's for sure.
Hopefully, it holds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think that's a great point to end this podcast.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, I'd ask you to please subscribe to the podcast. It definitely helps us out. I don't know, do you want to plug your Instagram channel at all?
EJJ_47.
There you go. And mine is Jericho.cook.
Yes.
Because Jericho Cook was taken.
Nice.
So, and then also we have the channel Instagram, Knighted.Kingdom. Because Knighted Kingdom was taken by me, and I couldn't freaking log back into it. So, yeah, that was the issue there.
Eli Jameson wasn't taken. I just thought it was boring.
Yeah, okay. Eli always seems to have like a number. Like his Xbox is like, what is it again?
Shadow 1209767. Add it up.
Yeah, add it up. Play some Sea of Thieves with us, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, hope you guys have a great day and keep it locked in.
Yeah, see you guys later.
Bye.